welcome to A Story Worth Telling. We are returning to Schitt's Creek because it was very popular and we love it. I decided I couldn't do an Alexis or Moira look for every single episode.
Oh, yeah,
because I just didn't have the wardrobe for it. So I'm gonna like
nor do we have
sporadically
the budget to get you the wardrobe. So I'm happy with that. Those of you new, we decided to start at the 3rd season because that's when things start to get interesting.
That's when it gets a bit gay. That's when Schitt's Creek do gay shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you like all things ASWT, make sure to check out our Patreon where you can watch even more gay shit. And we also do live streams and you get merch discount if you subscribe to our top tier. So go check that out. It's really worth it.
I'm not out the door yet.
Hey, David, isn't that your friend?
Oh, I didn't recognize him clothed.
Some people have said that about my Instagram.
I often don't recognize boys' clothes.
What's going on?
That's you.
See, this is why scheduling is really important in polyamorous relationships.
Yes, you were launching your PA services.
But for them, it's even worse because they live in the same place.
God, David, this is so awkward.
Well, I don't think Jake is here to see David.
We can hear you.
Except I'm always the girl getting into the truck.
These executives offer us a ride.
Hey, let's move on, please, people.
Oh, Moira.
She's not wrong.
What happened?
Well, I went whitewater rafting.
Oh, no. Well, that'll do it. I mean...
Anyway, it's fine now.
This is why I was right about the last episode. You get another restaurant in town.
No, I mean, I can help, Twyla. I do have a bad back, but I can certainly...
Oh, that's so awkward.
It's a bit like being sat in the kind of reserved seating on the tube, and then someone who needs a seat walks on, and that person doesn't give it up.
If I went to a restaurant, that's a bit different. You know, I wouldn't expect to go behind and then start cooking my own food. I'd be like, sick leave, get another member of staff in.
Because in my experience with thruples...
We're not a thruple.
Big difference.
When it comes to 3 people, David, there's always a favorite. It's just like how Mom likes you more.
Thank you.
David, lunch today?
No.
Very well. I'll dine alone.
See?
Alexis seems to think you like me more.
Alexis, don't be ridiculous. It's exactly the kind of paranoia that makes me wary of spending time with you. Alexis, I would be absolutely glee-ridden if you would have lunch with me. Today.
I feel like I would have favourites as a parent, and that sounds really bad, but I would.
As a parent?
Yeah.
I think that's okay.
No, it's not.
No, but you might just prefer one over the other.
So that's...
You know, they're just people at the end of the day, you know. Sometimes you like them, sometimes you don't.
Yeah, when they become adults, it doesn't matter, does it?
No.
You know?
Do you think that's true about thruples or...
I think you have to be careful because it's easy to go into that mindset, and it's easy to be like, oh, there's favourites, but like people who have been in polyamorous relationships and are polyamorous, I always get this fucking words messed up, as myself, like, you have to remember that it's not about favourite. It's like you're dating 2 different people, and so you have like different feelings for each person, and it's totally like, and so, and like it's easy to go into that. Oh, there's a favourite, but that I think is construed with like jealousy, and it's important to kind of work through those feelings and work on like if you're feeling jealous, why is that, and is this kind of relationship something you could do?
Interesting.
Didn't work for me. I thought he had a favourite. But anyway.
It wasn't you.
And it wasn't me.
Yeah. Could have timed that one better.
Yeah, well, I guess that's bound to happen sooner or later in this sort of situation, right?
He's a really bad... I'm sorry. I'm going to be honest. He is a bad example of someone who can
He doesn't seem to care very much about their relationship.
Like, the one thing I will say, speaking from experience, is that when I was in that kind of relationship, communication and, like, check-ins were a huge thing with all members of it. And, like, it was, like, a regular thing. Like, how are you feeling about it? Is there anything you want to talk about it? He doesn't care. So I would say He's a bad role model for someone to like get in a polyamorous relationship with, because like you should be checking in with your partner, and he just doesn't seem to give a shit. And I'm sure the sex is great, but it's not worth the anxiety.
I agree.
It's a good idea for him and for us.
What's a good idea? See, he's just making assumptions now.
Totally don't mind, though, if you want me to stay.
Is everything okay with your mom? It's just you've offered to work through lunch 3 times now, and most days I can barely get you to come back after lunch.
Thank you, Ted. No, everything's fine. It's just... Okay, well, I guess lunch is free then. So, guess I will see you tomorrow.
Well, there's still work to be done, so probably best if you come back after lunch.
Mind you, the Spanish work like that, don't they? They have a siesta. I wouldn't be able to come back after sleeping for 2 hours.
But a siesta is necessary because the heat of the day is too intense that working becomes ridiculous.
What
It's
do you
just
think
they're
they
working in
actually
different hours.
get up to in a siesta? A little bit of a Johnny Rose afternoon delight.
Right. So remember last year when we were in Croatia
Yes.
and there was no aircon
Yes.
and you nearly died?
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah,
You
but I
imagine-
still had
imagine
fun.
doing anything. Anything.
I did.
Right. Okay.
I had a boyfriend then. What do you think we did for those 2 hours in bed?
Fan each other.
Yes.
Speaking of fans,
That was such a good. So for those of you in the Southern Med, if you did need a fan during those siesta times, we've
check
got
the
a
links
good
below.
range.
Yeah, all right.
I wanted to order the fish.
Well, you can order the fish.
He told me not to, said it was off.
The fish is off?
Then what is that?
It's the full combo.
There is no full combo.
He said there was.
Well, not in those words.
So what's this gonna cost me?
Well, I think we can charge you for 2 half combos.
There is no half combo. It's just a cup of soup and half a sandwich.
Oh, God.
I think that full combo is a rip-off if you're only getting half sandwich.
You know, I've never worked in a cafe restaurant, but I imagine it's bloody stressful.
Oh, it's awful.
And I do often, forget things as I'm working. So I feel like that would be problematic.
You forget things?
Well, if someone asked me, oh, I just get some tap water, I'd be like, yeah.
But the last thing we want is a situation where one person is breaking up with another person and that person is hurt because things have gotten complicated.
Okay, I'm starting to feel like I'm trapped in an Avril Lavigne lyric here. And while I'm not so...
If you knew somebody was planning on breaking up with you, wouldn't you want to be the one to break up with them first?
Yes, absolutely.
Are you kidding?
I'm sorry, there's no discussion about it, Josh.
Are you joking?
There's no discussion about it. Absolutely. If I knew someone was planning to break up with me...
You would, in spite, break up with them beforehand?
Yeah.
Why?
Or I'd fake a
To get one
terrible
over.
illness to make them feel guilty about doing it. No, I'm joking. That's so bad and you should
are
not do that.
horrendous.
Definitely prep
For
the fight.
why does that have to be a fight?
Well, I'd get like some.
Why doesn't it have to be a- why
I'd
does it
make
have
some
to be a
revision
fight?
notes.
But why is it so aggressive?
I'd get like notes on like why they shouldn't, or why they're the asshole instead, or
Why is anyone an asshole? Oh, girl, you've had bad breakups, man.
Excuse me,
Ending
I
to
do
a
not need
relationship.
your pity.
It's not pity.
I
Not
know
pity,
how
it's
to break
judgment.
up. I've had so many bad breakups. I can do a breakup very well.
Right, so you've memorised all the attack lines.
Exactly. That's why if I did know they were
No,
breaking up,
you're
with me,
the bastard. Anything else you'd like to tell the folks at home?
No, in reality, if I found out that someone was breaking up with me and they hadn't done it yet, I would be panicking like shit and having an anxiety panic attack.
Yeah, you'd be on Grindr, lining up the next one.
Oh wow, yeah, I would.
Telling him how you feel, I think it'll benefit everyone.
I meant you.
Me.
I'm trying to warn you.
That you are going to be ending things with him, and I appreciate that.
So, how are working at the animal hospital? How is working at...
She's got notes.
What are you looking at?
It's a napkin.
Let me see this. You had to prepare questions?
I wouldn't categorize them as questions exactly.
You never asked.
Bordeaux, the trip I planned for the 2 of us.
That was a wine tasting tour, and I was 7 years old.
You could have used the spittoon.
We should go wine tasting.
Do you have a bit more stamina after your wine drinking the other night?
I think I could do it. It's whether or not you want to be seen in public with me.
Of course I do. You wouldn't be recognised, but that's fine. Have you ever made a list of talking points for a date? Because I know someone, we know someone, in fact, who has admitted...
Do we?
Yes, who's admitted that he used to do that.
I couldn't, because I'd be too,
A
like...
list that you could walk into the bathroom and be like, okay, I can talk about that.
I can't multitask, so I wouldn't be able to, like...
No, not whilst in the conversation. Like, they would, I'm just going to the toilet, go to the toilet, have a little read. Oh yeah, can I sweat that?
Well, equally, I've got a memory like a goldfish, so I'd be going to the toilet every 5 seconds.
I need the toilet.
What is your favorite season?
Awards.
Oh no, this is going to be awkward.
I thought you spoke to him on the phone before.
I did. He invited me here for dinner.
Oh no.
See? Communication. He didn't even tell them.
Hello again. I take it we'll be dining together as a group tonight, or will you be taking turns?
First of all, what are...
I know this hasn't been easy on you lately, and that doesn't make me feel good. And I know that Stevie's been feeling it a little bit too. I think we all need to be in this together. Now you've both been with each other, and you've both been with me. Let's all be with us.
Nope.
You said you didn't want to make things complicated.
Yeah, that's why I invited you both here. I think maybe I misread the situation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty accurate realization.
Might have done.
This one's for you. Mwah.
Oh,
You?
no.
Oh,
Ick.
I get...
Got the ick.
You know, he's so
Got the
attractive,
ick.
and then he does really cringe things.
Do you think that there is a natural trajectory from polyamory to a throuple scenario? Or,
No.
I guess more than just throuple?
No. It's entirely dependent on the people and the relationship they have. Like, some could, yeah, absolutely, but others could never. It's like, it's the relationships you have with people. If you have relationships, if you are, you know, if you've all talked about it and you are open and you have those feelings for each other, then yeah. But like, if it's not that and you just have a relationship with that person and that person just has a relationship with you and that other person and they don't have a relationship, like, I think it's all...
It's a brave new world.
Communication is key, and don't invite them both to dinner without telling each other. And don't kiss their hands.
Hand kissing is a bit... dunno.
That's reserved for the monarch.
You just kissed yourself.
Exactly.
You were going to go on a date with him knowing that he had just broken up with me?
No, I wasn't. Yeah, fine.
But if it makes you feel any better, nobody hates me more than me.
I have to admit, I haven't worked this hard in a long time.
That's worrying.
I'm glad to hear it.
Beer. It's good.
I think you have an unhealthy relationship with beer. I think you need to
It's
have
an intervention.
a check-in with beer.
You're right, I do need to go get a beer.
I think you have a poly... What if you found out that your beer was seeing another person?
No, you can't share a pint.
Oh, that's me.
No, I think maybe you should keep my share of the tips.
That's not necessary, Mr. Rose.
Now just think of it as a little reparation pay.
Well, that doesn't even begin to cover it.
Such a clever show.
He's a good show, but it does make you talk about things.
Now
Because
I'm
it's
just
so
thinking
like...
about beer.
Okay, well, okay.
Not sponsored by beer.
Well, you know, there's so many types of relationships.
It's true, it's true.
But the most important thing is how it works for you. And that's all that matters. And that you are very clear with whatever partners you have. Like my
Whatever
relationship
partners.
with Grindr. I'm very open about it.
Yeah. Yeah, as in that it's open all the time on your phone.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much for watching.
Thank
We
you.
hope you enjoyed another episode. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks, yeah.
Bye.